All right, everybody, so this is Craig. I am at the Auburn University Research Center, and we are doing some testing today with Farmwave, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to record a video and show everybody the new Farmwave 1 interface. So I'm doing my very best the way I've got a camera placed here. I'm here doing this by myself, so I'm hoping that everybody can see this. So when you fire up the Farmbook, this is where you're going to land. Looks a little bit different than before. You've got up here where you can see, you know, access a bunch of things regarding the tablet, and you've got this little bubble over here, one of which you can see goes into Farmwave, and the other one might not be familiar to people. So this allows you to access the Ubuntu operating system, which is the operating system for Linux. Now, if you're not familiar with this, it's very simple and easy to use, like many other computers, whether it be Windows or Mac OS. And there's a lot of noise on here. We're going to clean this up. These are a lot of the basic apps that come with Ubuntu, but you know, settings, calculator, your files, your clock, a text app, language translation, browser. But you now have the ability to use this as a full-blown tablet when you're not using Farmwave. You can check your email, you can YouTube, you can check Facebook or social media or whatever it is that you like to do. You can now use this as a full-fledged tablet. And if the Ubuntu operating system supports it, certain email apps and so on, you can add those. So you click out of it, click the Farmwave icon, and this will launch Farmwave. So comes up a whole lot faster, as you can see. We go into the settings and give it a minute here. It's going to do a check and find the cameras, and you can see our alerts are a whole lot bigger. They're a whole lot bigger, and they easier to tap. And if you are doing a demo or are you showing somebody the Farmbook, dealers, and the cameras are not connected, when you dismiss those alerts, they will not keep coming back now. So check for update button is there. If you are connected, whether you put your own SIM card in the back of the Farmbook or you are on Wi-Fi, you can check for an update, and if it is updating, it will have a progress bar that will now show you that it is updating. You can log out completely of Farmwave, and we now have the ability that this will function much like a mobile device. If you log out, you can log back in with Google single sign-on, or you can log out as yourself. Somebody else could log in, and it'll be as if it was their Farmwave system. So transferable, easy to log out, change users, so on. On exit app testing goes back to that main screen, but we also now have many languages: Ukrainian, French, Czechoslovakian, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian. You can change imperial to metric, save, and now you will see it changes the language. So a lot of different options, new things that have come with the new Farmwave 1. And if we want to actually run, so I've got a config here that I've been using, but we cleaned this up a lot. However, we are about to add one to this. Canola is coming. We are about to add canola, and the cameras keep doing that little disconnect because, well, I'm actually kicking something with my foot over here that's causing it to do that. So that's my bad. But you can switch between your crops, add your configuration, and go into it. You can also edit configurations now. So I want to point something out over here: field, operator, seed variation, tractor, combine, header. You don't have to add that information. If you want to add it, take the time to set it up and add that, then all of that data will be there in your session reports, but you don't have to do it to get running. So as you see your 3 cameras and your graph lines, I'm just going to go ahead and hit start. So one thing I want to really dive into here and explain to people is the graph is where the value is at. Okay, these numbers that will change, and I know we're not moving now, we've got some data going through here just for the sake of creating this demo, but the graph is where it's at. This screen is where you would mostly sit and run. If you want, you can click and be like, oh, I saw that. By the way, you can see the buttons are so much bigger now. So you can tap this again, and you can launch in and see the full screen. Tap it again and it comes out. From here, you can also, tapping on the camera pictures, move to the next one. You can move to that one, you can move back to that one, move to that one, exit and exit back out. But the graph is where the value is at. Staying on this screen, seeing that your trend is going upward, means that you are having increased losses. And that's when you want to tap and go in and take a look at your pictures and see what's going on. You also now have the ability to go from picture to picture in the app. Yep, just showing it again. Here is off the header, right? Back out. But a lot of people are like, there's a lot of tapping, I gotta tap and go. You don't have to tap. If conditions change throughout the day, and you might have go from 1 or 0 to a 4 and then back down, and that just might have been a blip that some loss was seen, but it's not a constant ongoing thing. You don't need to feel that you have to keep clicking and going in and out of everything the entire time. Now, if you see something go up into the red and you want to click and be like, what's going on? I need to see what's happening. Then you can certainly do that and get the full screen picture. But really, this is where it's at. The data that we've got running through here now, I don't think anything goes into critical, but this is kind of the purpose of the graph, right? You start seeing constant reds and the graph is really high, then yeah, that's an issue. Recommendations are actually going to be launching very soon. They should be out within the next quarter. Sessions will mean that once you connect the Farmbook to connectivity, Wi-Fi or cellular, if you decide to put a SIM card of your own in the back, then everything syncs to farmwave.app. You go there, log in, you can see your results. You will now not have to wait for that. You'll be able to see the sessions right here on the tablet. And the ability to add notes is also coming soon. So this is where you would mostly sit and run. This is what would be the main screen that you sit on, and you start seeing fluctuations or a rise in that graph. You can see what's going on. And then furthermore is the ability to look at it and make a change and see if that change worked. All of this without stopping, without getting out of the combine. So stopping the session, right? And you would be able to go back into sessions and then see that saved there and pick that up, and that is coming soon. But let's see, we went over languages, metric is now there, screen is more responsive, buttons are bigger to get to, graph, you can go from picture to picture now without backing out. Yeah, that's a lot of what has gone into this. The GPS trigger sensor, we're not moving right now. That one will also come into play about whether you are, it will pause if it senses that you've stopped for more than 5 seconds, and it will come up and tell you that it pauses. And then if you are going again, then it senses you started going, and it will resume and let you know that it has resumed. But that's really what the biggest updates that we have with Farmwave 1. Look forward to getting this in the hands of everybody, updating everybody existing customer systems, and this is now coming standard with all new system sales. Any further questions, hit us up at support@farmwave.io. Give us a call, 706-250-0066, or talk to your sales rep. Thanks a lot, everybody.